it goes along with the rich men, those who think they're in good case. You think you got a good gig, or you got a good woman, or you got a nice whip or a couple of whips. You know what I'm saying? You made it just got an increase at the job. So now you becoming mighty and proud in the spirit. Well, you're gonna cry bitterly. That day is a day of wrath and a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Right, there's cloudy days on the horizon for America, especially when they trending like this. All right, especially when it's trending like this right here. All right. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Right, that's why you see a lot of that stuff going on in the Middle East right now. Okay? Verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh shall be as dung. That's talking about when these missiles drop, man. It's going to be a total wasteland when these nuclear bombs destroy America. There's going to be so many dead bodies, all right, and they're not going to be able to be buried. And there it says their flesh is going to be as dung. Just going to be wasted everywhere. There's going to be so much. Just like dust particles, man. You can't see the dust particles. There's so many. That's how the symbolism that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the Most High Name of the Son, is using through the prophet Zephaniah. Verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. And that's right, man. That's right. It's not going to. Even if you got silver coins and you got a little bit of gold saved up, what's that going to do against a pack of 50 people who are trying to eat you because food is scarce? All right, what's that going to do for a pack of pit bulls or huskies or Akitas chasing you down because they hungry in the day of the Lord's wrath? You got to think about these things, man. Where you got to have faith, not actual money. All right, you can't hide in your Lamborghini. You can't hide in your 2018 Benz, or you know what I'm saying, Camaro, and expect to just ride this thing on out. Nah, it's not gonna work like that. Your ass gonna starve to death, or you gonna get attacked. It says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. Those missiles. For he shall make an even shall he for he Salakia, forgive me, for he shall make an even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. All right, now the point that I want to stress now is, what mindset are we supposed to be in? All right, and let me reassert this, I should say, because Yahweh Shah did tell us in Matthew the 6th chapter that we're supposed to lay our treasures up in heaven where moth and rust don't corrupt. All right, and that's where our heart and our spirit would be. And as long as we're in that case, then we're good. That's why Isaiah said this in Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right. Not once did this rich man give credence to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Say, thank you, Most High, for allowing me to have these fruits, allowing me to have this job, or being able to produce this plentifully. There was no fear. There was no fear in that. All right. He said everything he said, I will say to my soul. All right. Because the heart is deceitful by nature. All right. When you follow after your emotions in your heart, you start becoming carnal, and you start lessening your fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So, yeah, Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of our salvation. This is going to be placing our faith in this wisdom and knowledge that we have of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to strengthen us, is going to bring us right to the brink of salvation from Yahweh Shai. And I fully believe that. I pray to the elect out there that you believe it too. All right. Let me just bring this out real quick. A recent quick article concerning this rich fool Esau. See, this is what happens when you stack up unrighteous treasures and the evil covetousness. Your freaking government shuts down over and over again. It says the shutdown clock is still ticking, and that causes chaos throughout the government. And that's prophecy, man. The Lord is collapsing this place. So why trust in it? You know? Why? I mean, of course we have to move, operate, and work in this place to survive, but we don't store our faith in that. Ezekiel, and there's prophecy about this. Ezekiel 28, because the government's just not shutting down for no reason. All right, all this is judgment for how they originally established this government. Ezekiel 28:3, but thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. It's talking about Esau, and the elites, or the so-called white man. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. And what was that traffic? It was humans, man. It was the Israelites, the nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, that's another reason why you can't place your faith in these riches. Don't be like the rich fool, because you were the original riches that were being used. Actual people, our foremothers, our forefathers, man, our kinfolk. That was the traffic. That's how this place got established, man. That's why this debt is as such. All right, really, there should be a human being, a number count for the people that got killed, man, and the families that they're in, the blood that is indebted and on their hands. More prophecy about this place, all right, because of their riches and how this place is foolish and going to be destroyed. Revelation 18 and let's see, Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. All right, the rich fool America, Babylon the Great, aka the great whore, the mystery Babylon is America. That this is what John was speaking about in Revelation the 18th chapter. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and will see no sorrow. Let's look up deliciously. All right, what does deliciously mean? Let's see if this has anything to do with uh, uh, taking ease. Uh, having so much goods that you don't know what to do with it. See, and laying up treasures to themselves. See, and the rich. This is something else the rich man says, so is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the Most High. And that's the point. We have to be rich towards the Most High. All right, not towards ourselves, because the more you're rich towards yourself, the more you're going to destroy yourself. That word for deliciously, all right, is strenaio. All right, strenaio. It means to be wanton, to live luxuriously. In order to be luxurious, have luxurious things, you gotta have that money. You gotta have that paper. All right, you gotta have that paper. That's why this place, it has to get burned with fire, man. It has to get burned with fire, because they're living deliciously, and it's wicked. It's awful wickedness. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, who judgeth her. Right, and that's what happened to the rich man. It says, thou fool, this night thou shalt be required, the soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the power. Right, so I want to just stress that again. We need to be rich towards the power and not rich towards ourselves. Don't be like the rich fool, man. Put all your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Just invest all of it into Him. You know, it's a stock that's invaluable, and it's always increasing in value. Through the Spirit. So call Haloim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I hope some edification came out of this lesson. I hope some understanding was able to come out of this. Again, call Haloim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honor, star elves and apostles of Great Millstone. and shalom to the elect.